We would like to begin by thanking the ASL Environmental Sciences executive team for the access and knowledge of your organization. It's clear that you've developed an amazing business with clear product differentiation. This has not only meant that the company is profitable, but also has a strong moat around the markets it competes in. With that, let's hop into our findings. In order to better understand the challenges faced by ASL, my colleagues and I have completed a 7 drivers of change analysis and found the following. Firstly, ASL must continue to maintain a high level of differentiation in their products. Ultimately, they must be able to respond to changes in client needs due to market or environmental forces. ASL must develop a succession plan in order to move the existing business strategy forward and to hedge against the eventual retirement of the 3 founders. While the company has leadership with great technical skill, many of the people lack the soft skills required for leadership. If a successor is to be found within, these competencies must be groomed. Finally, the corporate culture at ASL is very healthy, and the future success relies on maintaining this successful culture. As you can see from these findings, ASL has developed an excellent product, and it is sufficiently able to meet the demands of the market. The biggest risk to the company is that it could be left with insufficient leadership capacity when the founders retire. It's important for ASL to begin succession planning. After analyzing the company, the Ian Consulting Group has developed 3 options. Firstly, ASL could continue to stay the course. If the current executive continues to manage the company, a logical successor may arise out of the management ranks if given enough time. However, this option is risky. If no successor is found, the current leadership team may be unable to divest themselves of their responsibilities. Furthermore, potential leadership skills may be missed because there is no intentional plan to transition leadership. Secondly, ASL could look to find a strategic partner. The company could be sold to another company who does have the leadership capacity to continue operations and move forward on the strategic goals of the company. This is an especially attractive option given that the company is currently profitable and the products are sufficiently differentiated from their competitors. There is a risk, however, that the corporate values may not align and the exceptional technical talent would leave. Finally, ASL could develop change management capacity and a potential successor. This option involves identifying a group of people who are capable of developing into the future leaders of the company and training them. Furthermore, change capacity should be developed by training employees in a change model. These 2 tools could then be utilized to engage stakeholders and transition the leadership. This option has moderate risk and will involve the most effort to execute due to the resources that will have to be given to the candidate pool. It also has the highest reward due to the improvements it will make on the organization as a whole. With this in mind, my colleagues and I firmly believe that ASL should pursue the development of change capacity and in selecting a new leader. While there are a few steps and it will require more resources, it will provide the foundation for the next leg of growth for the company. Firstly, ASL should build capacity for change at all levels of the organization. This involves the identification and selection of a change management model. In our report, we have recommended the ADKAR model, as it is simple to use and can be implemented at all levels of the organization. Adopting and training employees in a program like ADKAR will develop a common language of change and help formalize process improvement within the organization. Ultimately, this will make it easier to nominate champions of change when it comes time to transition leadership. As this change management capacity is being built into the organization, the executive team can begin to work on the succession plan. The first step in planning for succession is to identify potential successors. Internal candidates for this pool can be derived from executive knowledge, but it's important to also understand the informal power structures within an organization. We would recommend a simple snowball survey technique, which would ask questions such as, who do you ask if you need help with a challenge at work? Asking these questions can identify people who are already leaders within your organization and who people are looking to as leaders. Additional external candidates may be added to the pool to round out options. It's recommended that this pool of successors include 3 to 5 people. Once this pool has been identified, the executive team will begin training the potential successors. This group of leaders would work closely with the executive team and being involved in day-to-day business roles, but also allowing potential leaders to develop a wider role within the business. and to understand the strengths and weaknesses of other parts of the organization. By providing formalized management training, the employees would gain an expanded view of strategic management issues facing the firm and continue to develop the soft skills that we believe are missing from within ASL. This process will take between 12 and 36 months. The goal is to have a pool of potential successors that not only have the required technical skills, but also have the necessary soft understanding of ASL's values. The values are the core of a culture, providing a cornerstone from which all other decisions are made. The training and transition period can give time for the successor to learn and understand the corporate values and will be an opportunity to develop buy-in with the employee group. The employees will be more likely to buy into a leader who's seen as somebody who embodies the values of the organization, has headed successful projects, and is integrated into the existing leadership structure. Finally, once the successor pool has been developed, the last remaining step is to choose a successor and to transition the power to that successor. So once that successor has been identified and the leadership is confident in their capacity, they must begin to transition the leadership. This process will involve the appointment of a new leader and the utilization of the robust change process that has been developed. By this point, it's likely that the successor will be known to the employees, and there has been an ample opportunity to communicate the direction of the firm in the future. Furthermore, capacity will be developed in all the leadership candidates and can be leveraged to create employee buy-in and be a source of stability within the firm as the founders transition out of the company. So with that, we thank you very much for your time, and we thank you for allowing us to work on this project. It's been a pleasure working with your group, and we believe the firm has a bright future. If you have any questions, feel free to direct them towards myself or my colleagues, and we wish you the best in your future succession planning.